Okay, it has been a busy week, all right, for me, definitely, running all over the place. But let's continue. All right, today, basically, we want to cover a little query that I've been receiving from our Facebook page, all right, about this making money. All right. And the topic is actually about cryptocurrency. There are quite a number of them, all right? Bitcoin, Ethereum's, all right, and quite a number of them, all right? So you can actually run a quick search and you can find a long list of cryptocurrency. Now, firstly, let's look into cryptocurrency investment. Okay, just a word of caution. You may or may not agree with me, but whenever you see or hear the word investment, uh, it means two things. You can make money out of it, but you can also lose money. Well, that's what investment actually means. So you can profit or you can make losses. All right. And that is where you have to be very careful. Okay. Of course, some will say, I do a lot of homework. Okay. I analyze the trend and I talk to a lot of, talk professionals that does this for a very long time. But there will always be a lot of things that you cannot predict. And it happens over and over again. All right. Certain economical bubble bursts, natural disaster in certain area cause problems to the supply chain. All right. A fraud occurring in, I don't know, all right, in some industry, right, that trickle down and cause panic or panic selling or of whatever that you invested in, including cryptocurrency, and changes in political landscape, right? New rules appearing, okay, sudden change in views or opinions, or, or certain changes to rules and regulation, and all these are very difficult to predict. And it happens that you have to be careful. All right. But the main question you have to ask yourself is, if you make a profit, that is never going to be a problem because you are not going to complain about it. All right. If you do complain about making profit, I can always give you a bank account, all right, number that you can drop whatever profit you have inside there. All right, no problem. I can solve that problem for you. Okay, just joking. Okay. The problem will actually arise is when you make losses. Okay, that is the biggest problem when you actually make losses. Okay, can you endure those losses? For instance, some will say, I'm so confident I borrow money, right, to invest. But what if you lose in the investment? Then what's going to happen to you? Are you able to say, oh, doesn't matter? I have other source of income, so I can pay back it very easily. Then no problem because you are willing to lose the amount that you invest in. Or it's just a wrong move, or right, a wrong investment, and then you move on. But if the losses is going to cost you a lot of problem, all right, then you have to think twice, or you need to think twice about investing, even in cryptocurrency. All right. Then there are also another question. Okay, maybe cryptocurrency is high risk. Well, I may make losses. But what about cryptocurrency mining? Okay, I'm mining, so you can't actually lose money from mining, isn't it? Theoretically, you won't lose money from mining because you can't go into negative value, or you can only go into positive value, or when you are mining for anything. Okay, but you have to factor in how are you going to mine this and where you are. All right. Okay, so Are you going to buy a mining rig? Those are quite expensive, right? So that is actually equivalent to an investment. So before you actually make money, you're already spending money, right? But if you're confident, right, this is the way to go, then of course I won't stop you. Okay, I do have people buy mining rigs. The second thing you have to think about is the costs. There are costs to mining. First of all, electricity bill. All right. Okay, in some country the electricity bill is quite high. For country where you are near the tropics, equator, right? Like for instance, I'm 2 degree away from the equator. It's quite hot, so I need to think about how to cool the mining rig. So of course, air condition, right? So that is a cost, right? So the air condition cost, right? The mining rig, even if you mine it on a computer, right, you still have to cool it down. Otherwise, the computer will spoil, right? Because it takes quite a certain amount of power to mine quickly, right? Okay, because right, you do not want to wait years and years and years before you see certain return. Okay, otherwise you can try it out and you can or you can talk to people that already have done it. You can see how slow it can actually be. And of course, the next thing is the price of the cryptocurrency itself. If the cryptocurrency price is not very high, then after you factor in the cooling power bills, the all right, the damages that the machine will probably undergo, all right, because machine do damage if you keep them running at high processing uh, speed, all right, or using the processor at a very high percentage, all right, they do spoil from time to time, then it can actually be a loss itself, all right. So if you are going to ask my advice on investment, I will not give you any, all right, because I do not want to be involved if you do make losses. But of course, if you make profit, okay, good for you, or definitely. But if you do make losses, uh, well, you need to think about that very carefully, right? And for mining, personally, I'm basically a very, very low end mining. I don't do it intentionally. Well, I don't actually do it intentionally. I just take the cryptocurrency as reward, as payment, all right, for certain services or for certain advertisement and so forth. All right. So that is why I did not actually put uh, cryptocurrency investment or cryptocurrency mining into this project of making money. Yes, it's part of the making money approach, but with very little investment. No, not really very little. All right. Okay, not that really very little. Okay, but you can do it from your bedroom if you don't mind the heat. All right. So think about it. Okay, whatever you decide, you have to understand that you are in charge of your own decision, and you have to whatever that decision leads to, like good or bad, is your decision. Okay, so you have to accept it. All right, all the best.